What's up, Arbitrage VEs? Welcome to the Arbitrage Academy, an Amazon VE blueprint that is focusing on Amazon online arbitrage product sourcing. So ngayon, in this lesson, I will show you naman the different color-coded graph functions ng Keepa. And actually, may mga unrelevant functions sa Keepa na hindi naman natin masyadong gagamitin sa pagsusource ng mga products and also sa pag-read and also sa pag-analyze ng Keepa graph. Kaya ang ipapakita ko lang dito sa inyo is yung mga important functions lang ng Keepa graph na personally ginagamit ko in doing the product sourcing and also for analyzing the Keepa graph. So let us now proceed sa Keepa graph. Okay, so ngayon, this is actually the Keepa graph, and ang gagawin ko dito is aalisin ko muna tong mga naka-open na functions ng Keepa graph para mas ma-explain ko sa inyo ng maayos how it really works, no? Okay, so actually, yung tinatawag nating Keepa graph is it contains 3 boxes. No, itong nasa unahan, itong nasa gitna, and itong nasa hulihan. So, dito sa first box na to, dito natin makikita yung sales rank, the buy box, and actually meron ditong Amazon, and explain natin sa later. The new price, the new third-party FBA sellers, and also the new third-party FBM sellers. And also, itong nasa gitna, dito naman natin makikita yung category sales rank, and kung saan ba siyang category itong product na ito nakakategorize. Like for example, this item is under the beauty categories. So under the beauty categories, it's also under the body sunscreens, body creams, and face sunscreens. So dito nyo makikita sa second box na to yung category and subcategory of the product. So dito naman sa third box na to, dito naman natin makikita yung mga ratings and also the review counts na binibigay ng mga customers sa products, diba? And also, dito din natin makita yung new offer counts. So, itong range naman na to, itong nasa baba, ang importance naman nito sa Keepa graph is dito natin malalaman kung gaano na nga ba katagal ang isang product sa Amazon. So, we can determine here by the range kung old listing or new listing ang isang product, kung umabot na ba siya ng years, 3 months, and weeks. So, by the help of the range, dito natin makikita yung sales history or the sales performance ng product all throughout the time, simula nung transaction ni Keepa. Ayan. So, that's the functions naman ng range dito sa Keepa graph. So, ngayon, i-discuss muna natin itong nasa first box na to. Ayan, dito muna tayo mag-umpisa. And ngayon, isi-set ko lang muna siya into 3 months. Kasi gusto ko munang makita yung sales performance nito the full 3 months. Ayan. So, ngayon, unahin muna natin tong sales rank. So, ang color ng sales rank dito sa Keepa graph is color green. Ayan, that's the indications of the sales rank. So, kung makikita natin dito sa Keepa graph, ang tawag natin dito is fluctuations. No? So, itong nasa side pala muna, ito yung BSR number ng item na to, kung saan ba nagre-range yung sales rank ng item. No? Dito natin malalaman kung mataas ba or mababa ba ang BSR number ng isang item. And di ba na-discuss na natin to in our previous lesson about the sales rank? So, that we talk about them, or we talk about it about that the lower the number, the better a product is selling. Pag mataas naman yung BSR number, like ganito, nag-range na siya ng 200,000 BSR, ibig sabihin hindi na masyadong mabenta itong item na to. So, ayan. And itong nasa baba naman na to, dito nyo naman makikita, ayan yung date. Dito nyo naman makikita yung date ng item na to. Last 3 months kasi sinet ko siya into 2 months. Kung gusto niyo naman makita yung sales performance nito into year, pwede niyo naman siyang iset into year. So, nandito yung date niya, November, January, March. So, ayan, dyan niyo naman makikita sa may baba. So, that's the date range naman. So, ngayon, the question is, paano nga ba ito basahin itong sales rank nito? So, actually, madali lang naman mag-read ng sales rank. No? So, ngayon, ang gagawin ko, i-hover ko lang muna siya. Let's say dito sa July 24 to August, ayan, 16. So, tingnan natin. So, ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo dito, habang hino-hover ko tong sales rank na to, tumataas and bumababa yung sales rank niya. So, ang ibig sabihin ng taas-baba ng sales rank, ibig sabihin, selling and not selling. Pag tumaas yung sales rank kapag ganyan, pag pataas yung sales rank, ibig sabihin hindi bumibenta yung item, not selling siya. Kapag biglang bumaba naman yung sales rank, tas dito biglang bumaba, ayan, ibig sabihin na-drop yung sales rank, bumenta yung item, na-sell na siya, no? So explain ko siya ng maayos. So dito, kung mapapansin natin dito, by the month of July 25, pataas yung sales rank niya, umaakyat yung sales rank niya. So by July 25 hanggang July 29, pataas yung sales rank niya, biglang tumaas yung sales rank niya, and it has 119 and 630,000 sales rank. So ibig sabihin, hindi siya bumibenta kasi pataas. Tapos dito, kung mapapansin natin dito, by July 29, biglang nag-drop, biglang bumagsak yung drop niya, or biglang bumagsak yung sales rank niya. Ang ibig sabihin nun, bumenta naman yung item. So dito, from 119 and 630,000 BSR to 55,000 o 160,000 BSR, ibig sabihin, nabenta yung item by July 29. So again, by July 25, pataas yung sales rank na, ibig sabihin hindi bumibenta yung item, tapos biglang nag-drop, bumenta yung item by the month of July 29. And then dito, kung mapapansin natin dito, by July 29, July 30, pataas naman yung sales rank niya. Ayan o, pataas naman yung sales rank niya. Hindi naman bumibenta during that time. And then dito, by August 1, ayan, from 109 and 373,000 sales rank, biglang nag-drop naman siya by August 1 into 35 and 951,000 sales rank. Ibig sabihin, nabenta naman yung item. Tapos dito, kung mapapansin natin dito, August 2, paakyat, o nag-drop naman siya. So dito, ayan, 50,000 BSR or sales rank, tapos naging 40,000 naman siya. Ibig sabihin, nabenta naman yung item. So dito, by August 2, paakyat naman yung sales rank niya, paakyat, ayan, pataas yung sales rank niya. Tapos dito, by August 7 naman, August 8, o by August 7, it has 117 and 961,000 BSR, tapos bigla siyang nag-drop into 50,000 and 765 sales rank. Ibig sabihin, nabenta naman yung item. So ayan, may mga sudden drops naman siya, sudden pataas naman siya, tapos biglang nag-drop, pataas, pataas, not selling, nag-drop, selling, not selling, selling, not selling, selling, not selling. So basically, that's how you read the sales rank. Pag pataas yung sales rank niya, kapag ganyan, ibig sabihin net selling yung item. Tapos pag biglang nag-drop naman yung item, or nag-drop naman yung sales rank, I mean, ibig sabihin, na-sell naman yung item, no? Nabenta naman yung item. Pataas, not selling, selling, not selling, not selling, selling. And ngayon, ang importance talaga ng sales rank sa Keepa Graph is dito nyo malalaman kung gaano ba kabenta ang isang product based sa BSR number and based sa every drops or fluctuations ng sales rank niya. Although na-discuss na natin to in our previous lesson, pero at least na-recall pa rin natin on how to determine the sales of the product by reading the sales rank. Okay, so ang second function naman ng Keepa is the buy box, no? And actually, na-discuss na din natin to regarding what is the buy box in our previous lesson. Pero ngayon magfo-focus naman tayo dito sa more of dito sa Keepa Graph. So, ang indications naman ng buy box dito sa Keepa Graph is color pink. Ayan. And kung mapapansin nyo dito sa my left side, so iset ko muna siya into all. Itong nasa left side na to, kung mapapansin nyo, dito nyo naman makikita kung saan ba nag-average yung buy box price niya all throughout that time na natrack siya ni Keepa. So, ngayon, iset ko ulit siya into 3 months. No? So, ngayon, dito, kung mapapansin nyo, ayan, habang hino-hover ko tong buy box price na to, kung mapapansin nyo, nagbabago-bago yung buy box price niya, and at the same time iba-iba din or nagbabago-bago din yung mga FBA sellers o yung mga sellers na nakakakuha ng buy box. So dito, kung mapapansin niyo dito, by the month of July, by July 11, ang buy box price niya is 28.72 pounds. And then ang may hawak ng buy box is FBA seller, which is si Lab BNR. Ayan. Tapos dito, i-over din natin. Ayan. So kung mapapansin nyo naman dito, by July 15, ang buy box price na stable, which is 28.72 pounds. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, si Ashbird naman yung may hawak ng buy box. So dito, sila BNR. Dito naman, si Ashbird. Tapos dito, naging stable, Lab BNR, Ashbird. So parang nagpapalit-palitan lang sila na makuha yung buy box. So stable yung price. Tapos dito, tinaasan nila yung buy box price. Tapos ang may hawak, si Ashbird pa rin. So with the price of 30.16 pounds. So stable din yung price. Ayan. Tapos still, si Ashbird pa rin yung may hawak ng buy box with the price of 30.16 pounds. Tapos biglang nag-drop yung price into 26.43 pounds with the same buy box seller. No? So, Ashbird pa rin. Tapos dito, ayan. So dito, iba naman yung seller na nakakuha ng buy box with a price of 26.43 pounds. So, si Sedona UK naman yung nakakuha, which is FBA seller. Tapos, as we can see, pababa na yung buy box price niya. Hanggang nag-price ng 18.94. Tapos, ibang seller naman yung nakakuha ng buy box. Tapos, naging stable. Tapos, iba-iba din yung seller na nakakakuha ng buy box. Ayan, si Zondar, dito si Gold Star Trading with a price of 18.94. Halos same lang naman sila ng prices na sinaset, pero umiikot talaga yung buy box. Iba-iba yung sellers na nakakakuha ng buy box. So ayan, tingnan mo, pabago-bago din. Tom Pride LTD, GLC Products LTD. So kung mapapansin nyo dito, pababa yung price na, yung buy box price. Tapos, pabago-bago din yung sellers na nakakuha ng buy box, which means it's a good indications na umiikot yung buy box sa mga sellers. So, ngayon, the average price ng item na to within 3 months, kasi sinet ko siya into 3 months, it's between 30 to 20 pounds kasi dito nagre-range yung buy box price niya. Ayan, so, dito nagre-range. So, ang importance naman ng buy box dito sa Keepa Graph is dito nyo naman malalaman kung stable ba yung buy box price niya all throughout the date of listing and also to determine price inflation. And also, dito nyo din malalaman kung sino ba yung mga sellers na mostly nakakakuha ng buy box or kung umiikot ba talaga yung buy box sa mga sellers. Kasi ibig sabihin, if we sell also this item, there's also a chance na makuha din natin yung buy box. Kasi once na nakuha nila yung buy box, yun yung pinakamataas na chance talaga para sa kanila na magkaroon ng sales. And that's the importance of the buy box. And that's the importance na umiikot yung buy box price sa mga sellers. So ito, it's a good this item is actually a good example that the buy box is rotating sa mga FBA sellers. So that's the buy box here on the Keepa Graph. So ngayon, ang third function naman ni Keepa is makikita naman natin dito if si Amazon is also selling the item, no? So since yung example natin kanina wala si Amazon sa listing, naghanap muna ako ng isang item na nasa listing si Amazon kasi this is also one of the important function ni Keepa that we also need to discuss. So dito in our example, ang indication naman natin dito if si Amazon is also selling the item kapag nakita natin dito si Amazon. And ang indication niya naman dito sa graph is itong orange color na shaded na to. So dito sa graph, itong color orange na shaded na to, ibig sabihin that was the time na nagbebenta si Amazon. Okay? So sinet ko muna sa into all. Tapos as we can see here at this graph, by the month of September 2022, hanggang sa dito, nung April 7, nagsisell si Amazon. So dito, ang price niya, sige, i-all natin. So dito yung price niya, 58 yung Amazon price. Tapos dito nagbaba siya ng price. Ayan, nagbaba siya. Tumataas, bumababa naman yung price niya. Tumataas, biglang tumataas naman, bumababa, tumataas yung price niya. So itong color shaded na orange nito, ibig sabihin, that was the time na may stock si Amazon, or that was the time na nagsisell din si Amazon. Tapos dito, i-hover natin. Ayan. So by April 7, by April 8, na out of stock si Amazon. Ay, itong gap na to, April 8 to May 15, ibig sabihin that was the time na hindi bumibenta si Amazon, or that was the time na out of stock si Amazon. Tapos dito, by May 17, nagkaroon ulit ng stock si Amazon, and he is selling this item by the price of 54.10 pounds. Ayan, so that's May 17. Tapos biglang na out of stock naman siya. Ayan, sige, i-year natin dito. Ayan. So ayan, na out of stock siya dito kasi walang shaded na color orange. Tapos as we can see dito, meron naman siyang shaded na orange. Ibig sabihin, dito naman yung time na nag-sell naman si Amazon or nag-restock. So and he is selling this item by the price of 42 pounds. So very ano lang siya, itong very little na shade na lang. Ibig sabihin, that was the time lang siya nag-sell. Tapos wala na siya, nawala na din siya ng stocks. Tapos na out of stock naman siya. Ayan, out of stock naman siya. Tapos itong shaded na color orange naman, that was the time na nagbenta naman si Amazon, and he is selling this item by 60 pounds. Tapos dito, itong shaded na walang color, that was the time naman na out of stock siya. And currently, makikita natin na hindi na nag-replenish si Amazon. So that's how you identify naman if si Amazon is also selling the item. And actually, ang importance naman ni Amazon dito sa Keepa Graph, dito natin malalaman kung nagsisell din sa Amazon. Kasi as much as possible, iniiwasan talaga natin na nasa listing din sa Amazon kahit na may mga scenario na nagsisell naman siya ng buy box. And then kasi anong nangyari, may mga possibilities kasi na baka mas magbaba pa ng price si Amazon over sa kanyang mga competitors, no? And probably siya yung makakuha ng buy box. Minsan kasi, since nasa listing si Amazon, hindi siya nagsishare ng buy box kahit na mas may mababang nag-offer pa sa kanya. That's why may mga sellers talaga na they don't want to buy and to sell an item na selling din sa Amazon. And regarding dito, I will show you more about this sa advanced Keepa trainings natin. So, ayun, and basically, that's the functions and importance naman ni Amazon dito sa Keepa. So ngayon, bumalik tayo dito sa naging example natin kanina. And ngayon, another function naman ng Keepa is itong new price, no? So ang indications niya naman dito sa Keepa Graph is light blue color. Ayan, that's the new price. So itong new price naman na to, ito yung price na sineset ng mga sellers sa products. So ngayon, isiset ko siya into year. Ayan. So kung makikita nyo dito, by the month of November hanggang January, stable lang yung price na, nag-flat lang siya. So 16.86 pounds, that's the price na sineset ng mga seller. Tapos dito, biglang tumaas, naging 1864, naging stable naman siya. Tapos dito, by the month of March, umakyat naman siya. So from 18 to 38, tapos pataas naman siya, pataas yung price. Tapos biglang bumaba, tapos tingnan natin sa 3 months. Tapos dito, by July, ang price niya or the new price is 28.72. Tapos stable sa dito, itong flat line na to. Tapos dito umakyat, naging 30.16. Tapos biglang bumaba, naging 25. Tapos naging stable, bumaba, naging stable, bumaba, nag-drop. Tapos dito, bumaba and bumabalik naman yung price niya. So, ayan. Hanggang dito, so ngayon, ang current price nito is 18.8. That's the new price. So ngayon dito, regarding dito, may mga reasons yan kung bakit tumataas and bumababa yung price ng item, and i-discuss na lang natin sila in our advanced Keepa trainings. So basically, kung gusto nyong malaman yung new price ng item, ito lang yung indications niya. Ayan. So ngayon, another functions also ng Keepa is the new third-party FBA, which is ang color indication siya naman dito sa Keepa graph is a orange color na triangular shape. Triangle siya. So ang ibig sabihin ng new, it indicates new kasi ibig sabihin bago yung binibenta ni seller, not used or refurbished. Kasi may mga sellers din talaga na nagbebenta ng mga used or mga refurbished products, and natatrack yun ni Keepa and ni Amazon itself if si seller is selling a new, used or refurbished products. And actually may mga other functions pa dito na may mga used, new dito, pero it's not really much important naman dito. Ito lang yung most thing ino-open ko. So ngayon, balik tayo. Ang ibig sabihin naman ng third party, ayan, itong third party, ibig sabihin naman, ito yung mga sellers sa Amazon, mga resellers. Yan yung tawag sa kanila. Yung FBA naman, it stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. If the seller uses the FBA program by Amazon. So basically, itong third-party FBA, ito yung mga FBA sellers na nagbebenta ng mga products, and we are actually working sa mga FBA sellers. So tayo to. Okay? So ngayon, kung makikita nyo dito sa graph na to, so sinet ko muna sa into all. And as we can see here at this graph, itong gap na to, itong gap na to, that was the time na hindi bumibenta yung mga FBA seller. Tapos balik tayo. Tapos dito, itong mga color orange na triangular shape na to, that's the FBA sellers. And that was the time na binibenta nila yung product na to. And as we can see, nakalagay din dito kung magkano ba yung prices nila sa item na to. So isi-set ko muna sa into year para makita natin yung performance na to into year. So kung mapapansin natin dito, itong mga color orange na to na may price, that's the FBA seller, and then mapapansin nyo tumataas, and then bumababa din yung price ng mga FBA sellers. And then makikita naman natin dito yan sa my left side, which is dito natin makikita yung average price na sineset ng mga FBA sellers. So dito, by the month of October, ang price ng mga FBA sellers dito is under 15. Tapos umaakyat ng 17, 16, umaakyat yan hanggang nag-set sila ng price into 52.08 pounds. And then dito, by the time of May, bumaba naman yung price niya. Ayan, may mga sellers na nagbebenta ng matataas na price, may mga mabababa naman, may matataas. Ayan, hanggang dito. So iset natin sa into 3 months. Tapos dito, nag-set sila ng price into 28.72, nagtaas, bumaba ng price, bumaba, naging stable, nagbumaba yung price, hanggang dito, pabago-bago yung price ng mga FBA sellers. So pabago-bago, so palipat-lipat sila ng price. So dito nagre-range sa 20 dito by the month of August. Ayan, naging stable lang yung price. So basically, that's the FBA sellers, and that's how you identify them here on Keepa. So ngayon, itong new third-party FBM naman, ito naman yung mga FBM sellers who are selling the products, no? So ang indications naman natin dito is color blue na boxes, no? So ngayon, sinet ko muna siya into all. Tapos as we can see here dito, itong mga color blue na boxes na to, ito yung mga FBM seller. And ibig sabihin dito, that was the time na nagbebenta yung mga FBM sellers. So dito, by March 26, 2021, nag-set sila ng price or nag-sell sila that time, and yung price nila is 22.44 pounds. Ayan, naging stable. Tapos dito, biglang bumaba by July 8, 2021. Ayan, naging 19. Tapos tumaas, bumaba, naging stable, naging stable lang siya. Tapos dito may mga FBM sellers also na nagbebenta din ng mas mahal. Ayan, dito nagbenta din sila ng mas mahal, which is set the price into 43.46 pounds. Tapos dito by November 2, 2023, bumalik naman yung price niya And then dito, by November 2022, bumalik naman yung price niya into 21.81. Tapos dito naging stable, tumaas naman. So ayun, tapos na out of stock dito. Na out of stock, hindi na nag-replenish yung mga FBM sellers. Tapos, kung mapapansin natin dito, iset natin siya into 3 months. Nawala yung color blue na boxes. Ang ibig sabihin dito, hindi na bumibenta yung mga FBM sellers. Nawala na yung mga color blue na boxes dito. Okay? So, that's the FBM sellers and that's how you identify naman the FBM sellers dito sa Kipagraph. And ngayon, itong list price naman na to, it's not really much important naman and personally, hindi ko naman siya masyadong ginagamit. So, basically, sa first box na to, ito lang yung mga important functions na in-open ko and the rest are default. So, ngayon, proceed naman tayo dito sa second box ng Kipa, itong nasa gitna. And actually, ang tawag natin dito is category sales rank. And ako personally, para sa akin, hindi ko rin ito masyadong ginagamit sa pag-analyze ng deal. Pero I would still show you pa rin kung paano nga ba ito nag-work. So ngayon, itong category sales rank na to, ayan, open muna natin sila. Dito nyo malalaman kung saan bang category and subcategory nakakategorize itong product na to. So based dito, this product is actually under the beauty categories. And under the beauty categories, it is also under naman ng body sunscreens, body creams, and face sunscreens. So ngayon, itong graph naman na to nakikita nyo, as we can open din natin yung sales rank, as we can see, it's only a reflection, no? Halos same lang naman sila ng sales rank dito sa ito, sales rank tas dito. So same lang naman sila. So it's only a reflection of the sales rank. And ngayon, itong category sales rank na to, by the help of this function, you can determine here kung saan ba siyang category and subcategory nakakategorize. Yun, proceed naman tayo dito sa pangatlong box. No, so itong third box naman na to, it's actually consists of 3 functions, which is the ratings, the review counts, and also the new offer counts. No, so let's discuss first these ratings. No, so ang color indications dito naman ng ratings is aqua color, and actually hindi ko din sure kung anong color to, pero yan yung indications niya, yan yung color indications niya dito sa Kipagraph. Ayan. So regarding dito sa ratings, ito yung number of stars na binibigay ng mga customers sa product. So, kung makikita naman natin dito, sa may left side, ito yung average ratings na meron tong product na to. So, it has 5 average ratings. So, iset muna natin sa into all. So, as we can see here, by February, ayan, by February, ayan, by January pala. So, as we can see here, by January 25, meron siyang 5 ratings. Ayan, 5 ratings. Tapos, bumaba yung ratings na, which is 4.6 hanggang nag 4.4, hanggang bumaba 4.1. So, that was the September 20. Ayan. Tapos, i-hear muna natin. Tapos, dito, by the year, starting November, ayan, meron siya, naging stable yung ratings niya, 4.7 to 4.6 hanggang 3 months na yan. Iset natin into 3 months. So as we can see, yung average ratings na meron tong item na to is under 4.6 ratings, which is mataas pa din naman, no? So that's the ratings. So ngayon, dito naman sa review counts, ito naman yung number of reviews na binibigay ng mga customers dito sa product. Like, nagli-leave sila ng mga feedbacks or comments sa product, no? So, ang color indications naman dito sa Kipagraph is light green. Ayan, so that's the light green. So, as we can see here dito sa left side, ito naman yung average reviews na binibigay naman ng mga customers dito sa item na to. And then, as we can see here, by the year of 2021, it only has 3 reviews, no? Tapos, hanggang sa tumaas yung reviews niya all throughout the years, and ayan, hanggang pataas na yan, and currently, ayan, stable na yung review counts niya. And currently, meron na siyang 292 reviews counts. So, actually, ang importance naman ng reviews and ratings sa pag-a-analyze natin ng Keepa graph is that kapag mataas and maganda ang number of ratings ng product, ibig sabihin, mabenta yung item. And kung may duplicate listing man to, mas ito yung bibilhin ni customer kasi mataas yung ratings and reviews na to compared doon sa isang duplicate listing na konti lang yung number of reviews and ratings. Kasi as a customer, we also make decision to buy the item based sa number of reviews and ratings na meron ang isang item. So that's the function and importance naman ng ratings and review counts dito sa Keepa graph. So ngayon, alisin muna natin to and proceed naman tayo dito sa third function ng Keepa, which is the new offer counts. So ang indication naman ng new offer counts dito sa graph is the color blue, no? And ang main function naman nito is it tells us if how many sellers who are selling this item, kasama na dyan si Amazon, yung mga FBM sellers, and also the FBA sellers, no? So itong number na to dito sa may right side, dito natin malalaman kung saan ba nag-average in total yung number of sellers who are also selling this item, no? So as we can see here at this graph, so isinet ko siya into year. As we can see here at this graph, ang ibig sabihin naman dito ng fluctuations na to, sige, i-hover ko muna siya dito by the year, dito. So i-hover natin siya dito. So ang ibig sabihin ng fluctuations na to, so from, sige, so dito from, di ko makita. So dito from 6 seller, biglang naging 5, ibig sabihin, possible na nabentahan si seller tapos na out of stock na siya, kaya nabawasan ng isang seller. Tapos dito from 5 naging 6 naman, dito, so naging 6 naman, possible na merong pumasok na bagong seller or possible na nag-restock yung seller na out of stock. So from 5 naging 6, tapos balik naman into 5, naging 5, walang pumapasok ng seller. Tapos from 5, bumaba yung seller count, naging 4 naman. Possible na nabentahan ulit yung isang seller, tapos na out of stock. Naging stable, bumaba, naging 3. Tumaas naman, ay naging stable naman, naging 4. Tumaas naman dito, ayan. Nagbalik naman sa 5 sellers, hanggang dito, ayan. So itong fluctuations na ito, ibig sabihin, nababawasan yung mga sellers sa listing. Possible na nabebentahan sila or possible na out of stock sila. So dito, as we can see, from 5, naging 4, naging 3, naging 2. 2 sellers na lang. Possible na nabentahan nga sila. Tapos dito, from 2, dumami naman yung sellers, naging 3, naging 4, naging 5, naging 6, hanggang 7. Tapos biglang nag-drop naman into 5. So ang ibig sabihin yan, dumatami yung sellers na pumapasok sa listing na to. And then, tapos kung mapapansin nyo dito, by the month of July, ito dito, by the month of July, biglang umakyat yung number of sellers. So from, dito makita natin, so from 3, dito, ayan, from 3, naging 1, tapos dito, kung mapapansin nyo, unti-unting umaakyat yung seller count. So ibig sabihin yan, may mga new sellers na pumapasok or may mga new sellers na bumibenta din ng item na to. So ang ibig sabihin ng fluctuations na to, pag pababa yung fluctuation, ibig sabihin nababawasan ng sellers who are selling this item. Possible na nabentan sila or possible na out of stock na sila and hindi na sila nag-restock. And pag pataas naman yung graph, like ganito, pataas nung pataas, ibig sabihin may mga new sellers na pumapasok sa listing. Dumadami yung number of sellers na gustong bumenta ng product. So basically, iset ko muna sa into 3 months. So basically, that's how you determine naman the number of sellers ng isang item. And currently, meron siyang 24 new offer counts. 24 sellers who are selling this item, kasama na dyan yung mga FBM sellers and FBA sellers. Ayan. So ngayon, i-open ko muna sila para mas maintindihan nyo. Let's press, hindi ko muna isa. Ayan. So ngayon, you already know the different functions of this Keepa graph. And to our next lesson naman, I will show you naman the other important function ng Keepa that you should also know that would really help you for analyzing the deals. So that's it muna guys for this discussion, and see you to our next lesson. Bye! So if you want to learn more about kung paano ba maging Amazon VA, most especially as a product researcher, I really suggest na mag-invest kayo sa AvaPH because meron silang courses. Meron silang course about PR, Amazon PR, PR1, tsaka PR2, and I think meron na din silang wholesale course that would really help you to become an Amazon VA then. And yeah, yun nga, I really suggest na mag-invest lang kayo sa course nila because these lessons na ginagawa natin are only an overview to learn about Amazon PR. And from these courses, matututunan nyo talaga dito from basic to advanced sourcing. Okay? Plus, magkakaroon pa kayo dito ng mga trainings after the course, and bibigyan din nila kayo ng access sa mga tools and softwares na ginagamit talaga nila sa pagsasource. And actually, you are also not investing sa course nila because you are also investing sa community nila. And yun nga, napaka hands-on ng mga coaches and marami ding mga VEs tutulong dito sa inyo sa mga questions. And currently, meron na din silang 80.3k members. And actually, isa sa mga nagustuhan ko dito sa community nila is talagang tulungan sila paangat. Plus, may mga free lessons din sila kung paano mag-apply, paano gumawa ng resume, and the most importantly is they also have referrals, which is i-refer nila kayo sa mga clients if you already done the courses and trainings nila. Kasi, dito sa AvaPH, and yung mga coaches behind this community are napakabait, napakagaling, and ang dami ding clients and agencies na alam ang AvaPH. Kaya, yun nga, napaka-advantage ng mga nakagraduate na galing sa AvaPH because alam ng mga clients yung quality ng services ng mga VE na galing sa Ava. Okay? Kaya if you want to learn more about Amazon PR, I will put the links dito sa baba ng description natin and i-visit nyo na lang sila. So with that, good luck sa inyo and see you inside the community.